Thank you. I'm going to return to where I was before, and, it's not my intention, Mr. Chairman, to get you upset. I have a lot of respect for you, but these are actually really important issues. And just in the break here, the Administrator Reagan is a G7 delegate. They do a environment and minister statement leading up to the G7. So the questions I'm going to ask you are very relevant. I got a lot of respect for you, but don't dodge my question, okay? We just went through the science of what I was talking about. Assume that what I'm saying is correct. You have people like John Kerry who are trying to make it harder or impossible to export clean-burning American LNG. Not only is this good for our national security, but it's clearly good for the environment. So, assume the hypothetical that you get asked, Reagan gets asked to sign a G7 environment leader statement that would do something like that, which would be against our national security, against the environment, against our economy. What advice are you going to give them, given what you've said to me? Don't dodge me. In your personal opinion, don't tell me you don't have authority. You do. You'll be asked this question. What's the answer? You know what the answer is. Give it to me in this hearing right now in front of Senate. Confirmation.
Senator, I would rather plead guilty to dodging the question than answer a question that I don't feel qualified to answer right now, because this is an issue that I haven't been briefed on by my expert staff. If and when Administrator Reagan asks me for his advice, of course I will give it to him. But in my work, I'm never asked hypothetical questions, and I don't really feel qualified to answer it. And I will admit to you that, to use your words, I'm not answering or I'm dodging the question, but I would rather, in a Senate hearing, answer a question that I'm qualified to answer, and decline to answer questions I don't feel qualified to.
Well, let me just say, this is a huge issue, right? Because we have an administration led by guys like Kerry, who are not Senate confirmed, that guy could never get Senate confirmed, who are fundamentally focused on shutting down the production of American energy, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense for the environment, for the economy, for workers, for national security. Let me turn to a related question. And this is where I do get upset, Mr. Chairman, and I would love to have a damn hearing on it sometime. My state, in the 2 years of the Biden administration, has suffered 44 executive orders or executive actions solely focused on Alaska. 44. There is no state in the union that is getting this kind of unwanted attention. 44. Crushing the people who I represent and their jobs. So here's my simple ask of you. We have gone to the White House. We have pleaded for a ceasefire on the war on Alaska's economy. I have asked for, at a minimum, with senior officials in this administration, at least give me a heads up when you're going to screw my state again. So can I get that commitment from you? When you guys do a singular rule, focus on Alaska, maybe reach out to us. I did this with the Secretary of Agriculture. Big issue in the Tongass National Forest. You know how we learned about it? Me, Senator Murkowski, Congresswoman Peltola, a Democrat, in the Washington Post. They briefed them for 2 weeks. Never gave us one heads up. Can I get at least a commitment to the respect that I would imagine should come out of the EPA, that if you're going to do another action, not 44 but 45 or 46, it's almost daily with these people, that you call me, call Senator Murkowski, call Democrat Congresswoman Peltola and go, hey, Senator, just a heads up, we're getting ready to screw you again. Can you at least commit to that to me?
When the Office of Air and Radiation takes an action that's going to affect Alaska, I look forward to engaging with you and your colleagues in the Alaska.
Okay, thanks. I have one final question. It's a simple one. It's not a simple one. It's just the EPA is finally confronting a rule that Alaska has been a leader on since the 1970s. That's reducing methane emissions. My state actually reinjects all our gas on the North Slope. 9 BCF a day, almost. Highest standards on the environment in the world by far. Go look at a place like New Mexico that drill, baby drill, spewing emissions all over the place. But here's my question. EPA, however, with their new rule, is deputizing NGOs and other, quote, third-party audits to do this kind of work. This is state of Alaska DEC work. So can you tell me how you're going to do that, say on the North Slope of Alaska, with third-party NGOs? Like who? The Center for Biological Diversity? Who are you going to deputize? This is an EPA and a state of Alaska issue on methane emissions. Can you explain what they're trying to do on this new program that's outsourcing government enforcement rules, probably to NGOs that don't have my state's interest in mind?
Senator's time has expired. Let me just ask this. We're 30 minutes into a